Now sit back, relax, and enjoy Into the Woods.
Once upon a time,
I wish
in a far-off kingdom,
more than anything,
lived a young maiden,
more than
a sad young lad,
more than joy.
I wish
and a childless baker,
more than life,
I
with
wish
his wife.
more than anything, more than the
I
moon,
wish the king is giving a festival.
more than life.
I wish to go to the festival.
More than riches. I wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had a choice.
I wish to go to the
I wish you'd give us some
festival.
milk, more than cheese. I wish.
We wish to go to the festival.
The poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella, the festival. You wish to go to the festival, the king's festival.
And her father had taken for his new wife
The
a
festival.
woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Oh, get your nails, get your dress. People look black and nevertheless. She still wish to go to the festival and dance before the prince. Ha 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 ha.
All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother,
I wish.
well, she was not quite beautiful.
I wish my son were not a fool. I wish the house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things.
You foolish child! What in heaven's name are you doing with the cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky Way needs to produce his milk.
It's a she! How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk? Why, come in, little girl.
I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please.
Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I've emptied a pot of lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out in 2 hours' time again, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or 4.
Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves, and the leaves in the fields, and the castles and
And a few
ponds.
of those pies,
Down in the
please.
eaves and the leaves and the fields and the castles and ponds.
No squeeze.
Little birds, look for the ashes. They can peck but swiftly sift to the ashes into the pot. Listen well, son. Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no. He's the best cow.
Wise. She's been dry for a week. We've no food nor money and no choice but to sell her while she can still command the price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
Look at her.
There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rump big enough to be a hump. But son, we've no time to sit and dither while her withers wither with her. And no one keeps a cow for a friend.
Sometimes I fear her touched.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. And thou art your grandmother's house.
You're certain of your way?
The way is clear, the life is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have Here I found a little tear, Cinderella, can't you hide it with a hat?
You look beautiful. I know.
She means me.
In a twist.
Who will be there?
Mother said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Good Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice.
Tighter.
What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice. Kind, good, nice.
Not that tight. Sorry. Maud?
Because the baker had lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, at least that is what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We've sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We have no bread! Of course you have no bread.
Well, then what do you wish?
It's not what I wish. It's what you wish. Nothing cooking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress went on to tell the couple that she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. Oh, they were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden, and she told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages and celery, asparagus and watercress and middleburns and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, rooting through my rutabaga, raining my arugula, and ripping up the rampion, my champion, my favorite. I should have laid a spell on him right there. Could have turned him into stone, or a dog, or Mr. K. But I let him have the rampion. I lots to spare. In return, however, I said, fair is fair. You can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of his sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable. And as we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know your father had also hid it in his pocket? You see, when I inherited that garden, my mother warned me that I would be punished if I were ever to lose any of the beans, the special beans. I let him go. I didn't know he'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back over the wall, and then bang, crash, the lightning flash. Oh, well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, at last the big day came, and I made my claim. I gotta take away that baby. They shrieked and screeched, but I did, and I hit her till she'll never reach. And your father cried, and your mother died. When for extra measure, I admit it was a pleasure. I said sorry. I'm still not qualified, and I made a little spell on them. You too, son. That your family tree would always be a barren one. So, there's no more fuss and there's no more seeds, and my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines. But I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. No, never, ever, ever mess around with my greens. Especially the beans.
Best price you can. Take no less than 5 pounds. Are you listening to me?
Yes?
Now, how much are you to ask?
No more than 5 pounds.
Less than 5. Jack, 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 head in a sack. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. The mice are getting older.
Jack.
A piggy?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1. The cow as white as milk. 2. The cake as red as blood. 3. The hair as yellow as corn. 4. The slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight. In 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wood!
Ladies! Our carriage waits! Now may I go to the festival? The festival? Darling, those nails, darling, those toes. Lentils are one thing, but darling, with those you make us the fools of the festival. And more to find the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone. Good night, Father.
Good night, Belle.
I wish.
Look what I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans!
I wonder if they're the...
Witches' beans. We'll take them with us.
No, we're not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell.
No, the spell is on our house.
No,
We must lift the spell together. The spell is on
Now,
our
when am I to
house.
return with them?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cake is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
The cow is white as milk, the cake is red
And
as
so
blood.
the baker reluctantly set off to meet the enchantress's demands. As for Cinderella,
I still wish to go to the
The cow is
festival.
white as milk.
But how am I ever to get to the festival? I know all babies and mothers crave the slipper of tree. And tell her I just want to go to the king's festival. The hair is it's time to go, the baby all in vain I know. Into the woods, but even so I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell?
Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit mother. Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods but not forgetting why you're on the journey. Into the woods to get, I wish I don't care how the time is now. Into the woods to self-count.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the spell.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the life is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there.
Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the king.
Sell the cow,
To make the
To
potion.
see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods. And home before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she wept there so often that her tears watered it until it had grown into a handsome tree.
I be good and I be kind, mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind, mother? Is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor in good fortune like that, but can befall when least expected.
I wish.
Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree, and you shall have your wish.
quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky Way. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How do you know my name?
When first I appear, I seem mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to market, you might have been there long ago, taking your time now, Jack.
No, sir.
Is that the truth?
Well, you see, now I'm resting.
How much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
Oh, now, Jack, why such a sum?
Well, my mother told
Your
me.
mother? A boy your age? Well, you'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beads.
Well, I was just doing what she told me to, and... Come along, Milky Way. There are spirits here.
Good day, young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine, so grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
And where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of the league further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Hello, little girl. What's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your
Mother
time.
said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled.
Just so, little girl, hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. To perfection, one bread to one supper, one
Mother
moment, my
said, come
dear.
what may, follow the path, but never stray.
Just so, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring. Just one would be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging bones, and something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your meal.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Freddie might like a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And
Is harm to come to that little girl? In the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
You frightened me.
That's the cape! Get it! Get it! Get it!
Well, how am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing and you take it!
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
If I could, I would, but I can't! Listen to it, beautiful music! Get me what I need. Get me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape, nor find a golden cow, or a yellow slipper. Or was it a golden slipper and a yellow cow? Oh no!
The cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is
What
warm
are you
as...
doing here?
You forgot your scarf.
You've no business being alone in the wood, and you have no idea what I've come upon here. You'd be frightened for your life. Now go home immediately.
I wish to help.
No, the spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell.
We must
The spell
lift
is
the
on my
spell
house.
together.
The spell is on.
A cow is white as...
Milk! Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
What might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the forest?
Well, I was headed toward market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And what are you planning to do there?
And what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Where am I to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I will have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans! We mustn't give up our beans! Well, if you feel we must.
What?
Beans will bring you food, son.
Beans in exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans, son. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell them.
Magic that, it defies description.
My mother would be very...
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5! We can't part with all of them. We must leave one for ourselves. Besides, I'd say they're worth £1 each at the very least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Well, possibly.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans? We've no reason to believe they're magic. Are we going to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for that creature. We did him a favor. At least he'll have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Will you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's crying.
Everything you do is pure in intent. If it's meant and it's just a little bent, it doesn't matter.
Yes?
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size. Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize when the end is right, it justifies the beat.
carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, the witch was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest.
Children are a blessing. Know where they are. Nothing so distressing as when they keep you guessing. So be sure you don't leave any doors ajar. Make a little world, our little world is big enough for me. Perfect, our little world is all it needs to be. Perfect,
Brushing my hair, combing my hair, only my mother and me and my hair. Our little world
is perfect.
if she just didn't drool.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel, let down your hair to me! Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Look at her complexion, untouched by the sun. Children need protection just the way they need affection, for they wonder and they wander and they run from your little world, our little world. Is all I have to say. Perfect, our little world is everything a world ought to be. Perfect, perfect,
Washing my hair,
tending her hair,
drying my
stroking
hair,
her hair,
wearing my
looking
hair,
at her hair,
minding and minding my
something we can share. Hair, our little world is perfect. Or at least so she claims. Nothing to change her.
If she only would cut her nails each day like the others, didn't have those pointy teeth,
Nothing to divert her, to disconcert her.
tiny eyes,
Nothing that could possibly hurt her.
otherwise
Our little world is perfect.
world enough for me.
Our little world,
Growing my hair,
braiding her hair.
what do I care what they're doing out there?
If what was growing was only her hair and not her, that I prefer. Nevertheless, our little world is perfect. Our little world is perfect. Delicious! Mother Hilding! Mother exclusive! Unchanging! Exemplary!
Rapunzel, Rapunzel! What a strange name! Strange, but beautiful and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand beneath the tower and ask her to let down her hair to me. Hello there, little one.
Hello.
Have you saved some of those sweets for Granny?
I ate all the sweets. And half of a loaf of bread.
Where did you get this beautiful red cape? I so admire it.
My granny made it for me.
Is that right? I would love a red cloak like that.
you look pretty foolish.
Yeah, you're right. Well, may I take a look at it?
I don't like to be without my cape. Please give it back.
But I want it badly.
Give it back, please.
Forget the little girl and get the cape!
I want my cape.
I just wanted to make certain that you truly love this cape. Now, you go to your granny's and you make certain that no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. But a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so the baker, with newfound determination, went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to find her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Oh dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's from all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. My grandmother, you're looking very strange. What big ears you have.
The better to hear you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
But, grandmother, what large hands you have.
The better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, grandmother, what a big, wet, terrible mouth you have.
The better to eat you with!
And scarcely had the wolf said this, then within a single bound, he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both. And with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice, long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Ah, where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eating? Grandmother! What is that red cloth in the corner of your mouth? Looks to me like a piece of... Aha! I'll get that cape from within your stomach!
What a fright! How dark and dank it was inside that wolf.
Take that knife and cut his evil head off. Let's see the demon sliced into 1,000 bits. Better yet, let the animal die a painful, agonizing, hideous death.
Granny!
Why a child? This evil must be destroyed.
Well, I will leave you two to your task.
Don't you want the skin?
No, you keep them.
What kind of a hunter are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't got to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bare, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared, but he drew me close and he swallowed me
feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the wood. As for the lad, Jack,
Only a dolt would exchange a cow for beans! Mother! No! To bed without supper for you!
little did they know, those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch into the heavens.
Are you all right, miss?
Yeah, I just needed to catch my breath.
What a beautiful ball gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival?
Yes.
Aren't you the lucky one? Why ever are you in the woods at this hour?
Which way did she go? She was spotted running into the woods.
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there.
I've never lied to royalty before. Never anything to royalty before. Oh. Thank you. If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide.
Well, what brings you here in the woods? And with the cow?
Oh, my husband's somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell.
Oh.
Oh, yes, now the prince. What was he like?
He's a very nice prince. And it's a very nice ball. And when I entered, they trumpeted.
And the prince?
Oh, the prince?
Yes, the prince.
Well, he's tall.
Is that all? Did you dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes.
And it made a nice change.
No, the prince!
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Yes.
I don't need a wide range. And it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow eve?
Well, perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Will you look over there? An enormous vine room is that little cottage.
I mean slippers.
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
As pure as gold.
I must get home.
Wait! Hey, come back here!
One midnight gone. You know not unties himself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed?
Agreed!
Never wear mob or ball or pink.
Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer to the family, the closer to the wine.
One midnight gone.
The serpent is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You know what you need. To get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
One midnight gone.
Sometimes the things you most wish
Harder to
for
get, the better to
are not
have.
to be never wear mob or ball or pink.
Woman, I gone, into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you wake up high, you look below the world you bless and the things you know. Little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you wake up high, you realize you're alone in a world like none that you've ever known. The sky is flat and the earth is stone. You're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you've never dared, cause you don't care. And suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest, and she draws you close to her giant's breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky only just remain our friends, and all they know she's big, but you don't feel small, so bigger than her, cause along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is flat and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known in the world you've left, so unless you own the fun, it's done, you steal what you can and run. And you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The house and your mother at the door. Roof, the house in the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Good fortune! Good fortune, sir. Look what I have. 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She let me do with these 5 as I pleased.
Oh my.
Where's Milky White?
Milky White is back home with my wife.
Let's go find them.
Wait. I'm not sure that I wish to sell.
But you said I might buy her back.
Yes, but I'm not sure if 5 gold pieces would be...
Are you saying that you wish more money?
Well, more money is always great, but...
Keep this. I'll go fetch more.
Wait! 5 gold pieces. With this amount of money, I can buy baking supplies for a year. I can buy a new thatched roof and a new chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When first I appear, I seem delirious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces, 10, 20?
Well, I not thought to put a price on it.
Exactly. You haven't thought about many things, have you, son?
Give me back the money. It's not yours.
No, it's Jack's. The money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish be honored.
Come back here. Damn. Give me back. What are you doing here now?
I see you with the red cape.
Yes, I'm the cape. I have only 2 of the 4 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You've the cape.
What have you done with the cow?
She ran away. I've been searching for her all night. I never reached home.
I should have known better to then have entrusted her to you.
She might just as easily have run from you.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
Who cares? That cow is gone. Get it back. Get it back.
We were just going to do that. Here, I can give you this.
Don't give me that, fool. I don't want to touch that. Have you no sense? Listen to her beautiful music.
She's very gifted.
By tomorrow's midnight, deliver the items or you'll wish you never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now, please go back to the village. I will make things right. And then we can just live about our lives. No more hunting about in the woods for strange objects. No more witches or dim-witted boys or hungry little girls. Go. I've been looking all night for her. Yes, the beautiful one. That's the evening. And where did she go? Disappeared like the fine morning mist. She was lovely. I'm not certain of that. I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here. She lives here in the woods. The woods? Yes. On top of a tall tower with no doors or stairs. Where? 2 leagues from here. Due east, just behind the mossy knoll. And how do you manage your visit? I stand beneath the tower and say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel! Let your hand down to me! And then she rolls down the most longest, most beautiful head of hair. Yellow as gold. Rapunzel, Rapunzel! What kind of a name is that? You jest, I've never heard of such a thing. I speak the truth. She is a steward's maiden, a maiden running from a prince. Ha! None will run from us. Yet, what else? Did I abuse her or show her disdain? Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech. When the one thing you want is the only thing out of your reach. High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Lies and coming and frequently hugging, I parted air far more painful than yours. When you know you would go with you, if there only were doors. Harry, all the torture they teach, once as intriguing or half so fatiguing as once out of reach. Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, misguided as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne? You are everything maidens could wish for. Then why no? Do I doubt? A girl must be mad. You know nothing of madness till she's climbing your hair, and you see her up there as you're hearing her, all the while hearing her agony, misery, whoa, it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind, always 10 feet below, and she's just out of reach. Agony, I can cut like a knife. I must have
2 princes, each more handsome than the other? No, get the hair.
Oh, excuse me, young woman. Have you seen a dark-haired lad with a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack? Not the one partial to a white cow? He's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with your children.
I have no children.
That's okay, too.
Yes, well, I've not seen your son today.
I hope you didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say.
Jack! Jack!
Looking for your cow?
Where did you find her? Hello?
What are you doing?
I'm here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I'm here to see that your wish is granted.
You caused enough trouble. Keep out of my path. Rapunzel? Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me.
Is that you, my prince?
Yes. Excuse me for this. You do take plenty of spills, don't you?
These slippers, they're not much suited for their surroundings, actually. They're not much suited for dancing either.
I'd say these slippers are as pure as gold.
Yeah, they're all you could wish for in beauty.
What I wouldn't give for just one.
One isn't likely to do you much good.
Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
Yes. And
they have far too much food.
no, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh. Ooh.
I'm afraid I was rude.
Oh. How?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes, and
I'm not in the mood.
he must really have taken a liking to you.
I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense. Every girl dreams.
Look, sir, look! Yes, there she is! Move, move,
And the
move!
spot. And that must have your shoe.
Stop it!
I needed to have a trial.
I need to get out of here!
Where did she go?
Don't play the fool, woman!
Oh, you mean the beautiful young lady in the ball gown? She went that way. I was trying to hold her here for you.
I can capture my own damsel. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I've had no luck.
You have the cow.
Yes, I have the cow. I have only 2 of the 4 items left.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she got away.
We've 1 entire day left. Surely we can locate the sliver by now.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it's going to take the 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed. You're daring. Your difference in the woods. More sure, more sharing. You're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough. It's not true. It takes 2 of us who came through. When the journey's rough, it took you. It took 2 of us. It takes care. It takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, you can tell if you do. It takes 2.
You've changed. You're thriving. There's something about the woods. Not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. At home, I fear we'd stay the same forever. And then out here, you're passionate, charming, considerate, clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you. It's no fun, but what needs to be done, you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us as a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there.
We've changed. We're strangers. I'm leading you in the woods. Through mines, more dangers. I know we'll get past the woods.
And once we're past, let's hope a change is last.
Beyond woods, beyond bridges and slippers and hoods.
Just the 2 of us, beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful brides. Just a few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we had none, we've got 3. We need 1. It takes 2.
Stop her! Stop that hen! Oh, Providence for Milky White! And the owners! And my hen!
Look what this hen has dropped in my hand!
A golden egg? I've never seen a golden egg before.
You see, I promised you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now I'm taking my cow.
5 gold pieces?
And now I never said that I would sell the
But
cow.
you took the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces?
I didn't take, you gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
An old man
You
came
said I
by.
could have my cow.
I didn't say you could, I said you might.
You would take money before a child?
Milky White is dead.
2. Tobinite's gone.
Wanting a ball's not wanting a prince.
Near may be better than fall, but it still isn't near may be better than fall, so it still isn't there.
The ball.
So near, so far.
You can never love somebody else's child. 2 minutes gone. The way you love
So near.
your own. The prince.
So far.
The prince's prize can often lie at the end of the journey's path.
midnight.
2 minutes, 2 minutes, gone.
2 midnights gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go to the village and search for another cow.
And what do you propose I use to purchase this cow?
Here. Tell him it's magic.
No one with a brain larger than me is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it? Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit in securing the cow.
Then don't steal it. And resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it best you go for the cow, as I've had a mating with the golden slipper these previous eves, and I think I can succeed in winning one of her shoes.
Fine.
Fine.
That is simply
Fine!
Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children must listen. Oh, no, please. What have I been to you? Children must see and learn. Why could you not obey? Children should listen. What have I been to you? What would you have me be? Handsome like a prince. Oh, but I am old, I am ugly, I embarrass you. You are ashamed of me. Oh, you are ashamed. You don't understand. It was lonely atop that tower, and that's not company enough. I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world. Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I am home. Who out there could love you more than I? What out there that I could not supply? Stay with me, the world is dark and wide. Stay a child while you can be a child with me. I gave you protection, and yet you disobeyed me. But did you think I would stay in that tower forever? You lied! Why didn't you tell me you had a visitor? I will not share, but I will show you a world you've never seen. No! 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 Please! No! 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 No!
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man. Just go away.
In need of another cow?
What a beautiful cave!
Stay away from my cave or I'll cut you in 1,000 bits.
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
My granny made it for me. From a wolf that attacked us. And I got to skin the animal. And the best part is, she gave me this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I do not believe that that egg came from that hen. Where did you get that egg?
I got this from the kingdom of the giant, up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the beautiful harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful tunes without you even having to touch it.
Of course it does. Why don't you go up to the kingdom right now and bring it back and show me?
I could.
You could not.
I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar.
I'm not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares. Now when this time I'd run from him, he spread pitch on stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, who cares? This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, which you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you save out of sight in yourself, but where everything is wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never belong? Whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the palace. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a ball is exciting and all. Once you're there, though, it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake when you've stalled long enough, cause you're still standing stuck on the stuff, on the steps. Better run along and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then from out of the blue, and without any guide, you know what your decision is. You're just not to decide. You'll just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe. And then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew. On the steps of the Oh, stay away from me! Please, just
what woman?
I do not know, sir.
Lying will cost you your life.
I've done nothing.
I'm the cow.
The slipper. We have all four.
I will take this to the prince, and tomorrow we will search the kingdom for the maiden who will fit this shoe.
It's mine. I don't care if this costs me my life.
Give them the slipper and all will come.
What was that noise?
Sir, just a bolt of lightning in a far-off kingdom.
How dare you go out and search without me?
My apologies, sir. I just thought that I meant...
Enough of what you thought. I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch. And then, when the maiden ran down, remained in a slipper.
Brilliant.
I thought so. It did leave quite a mess when the other guests tried to leave.
And sir, I've succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give them the shoe and all will come to
Who
a
are
happy.
you, old man?
When first I appear, I seem delicate.
Shut up.
Do as he says. He's obviously a spirit of some sort. We only need one.
There is a dead giant in my backyard! I heard Jack coming down the beanstalk calling for his axe, but when he reached the bottom, he started hacking down the stalk. Suddenly, with the crash, the beanstalk fell, but there was no sign of Jack. For all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he's safe, he's safe. If he's been crushed, well, there's obviously nothing any of us can do about that now, is there? We must be off. I need my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Doesn't anyone care a giant has fallen from the sky?
He is dead, is he not?
With such a thud, I would suppose. I'm here. You all be on deck. Yes, slipper, hair.
Cape? Cow?
That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
Oh, she is. She is.
This cow has been covered with flour.
Well, we did have a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Where is she? She's dead.
We thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Of course I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead cow and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now!
There you are. I've been worried sick.
Mother loved the most beautiful heart.
You've stolen too much. You could have been killed coming down that plant.
She's too heavy.
What's happening? Look at mine! Now we have two friends, a cow and a harp.
Quiet. Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong ingredients. Forget about a child. No, wait 1 moment. We followed all your instructions. 1, the cow is as white as milk, correct? Yes. And 2, that cape is certainly as red as blood. Yes. And 3, the slipper. Yes.
And 4, I compared the hair with this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in its tower, and you were you doing there?
Well, I happened to be passing by.
Don't touch that hair! Don't you understand? I cannot have touched the ingredients!
No!
The corn! The corn!
What?
The silky hair of the corn. Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow. Quickly!
This had better work, old man, before the last stroke of midnight, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Please, not now.
Yes, meet your father.
Father? Could that be you? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son.
It's working!
She's milking!
I don't understand.
Not now! Into the cot!
We've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son! Son!
Father! Father!
All is repaired.
And so the mysterious man died, having helped lift the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who had been punished with age and ugliness that night her beans were stolen and the lightning flashed, was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he began his search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. When he reached Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room.
Careful my toe. Darling, I know. What'll we do? You'll have to go, but when you're his bride, you can sit or ride. You'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed, swallowing the pain, and joined the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This one is not the bride that's true. Search for the foot that fits.
The prince returned the false bride and asked the other sister to put on the shoe.
Whom I would offend, darling, be still. Caught off a bit of his, he will do will. And when you're his wife, you'll have such a life, you'll never need to walk.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. But, as she was helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed blood trickling from the shoe. Have you no other daughter? To which the woman replied,
No, only a little stunted kitchen wench which his late wife left behind. But she's much too dirty. She cannot show herself.
I insist. And when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride. I've always wanted a son.
And much to the dismay of the stepmother and her daughters, he took Cinderella on his horse and rode off.
I'll put it all within the shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend a prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. When he approached, Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms weeping. 2 of her tears wetted his eyes. And their touch restored his vision.
I was going to come fetch you as soon as you learned your lesson. Who are you? Surely you remember. Mother! This is who I truly am! Come with me, child. We can be as happy as we once were.
She will not go!
Let her speak for herself. You are the only family I know. Come with me. You and those beautiful babies. Please. No, no. Give me no choice.
As is often the way in these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch lost her power over others. When the wedding with the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, wishing to win favor with Cinderella and share in her good fortune. But, as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down from above and poked out their eyes and punished them with blindness.
I see your princess found you. Yes. Thank you for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find.
I didn't think I could be so happy.
And it came to pass, all that seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain to live a long and happy life. Ever after, journey over, all is mended, and it's not just for today, but tomorrow, and extended, ever after. All the curses have been ended, the reverse is wiped away, all is tenderness and laughter, for forever after.
Happy now and happiness and happy ever after.
There were dangers and confusions, and the paths would often swerve. There were constant disillusions, but they never lost their nerve, and they reached the right conclusions, and they got what they deserved.
Not sight and not sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy, I was vain, I was smug, we were happy. It was fun, and we went to the wishing I wishing I would really fine.
I was perfect. I had everything but beauty. I had power. And a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish. Now I'm ordinary. I was like, happy now, I'm happy, and as well as ever after. Happy
To be continued. Once upon a time. Later.
I wish
In the same far-off kingdom
more than anything,
lived a young princess,
Life.
a young lad,
more than footmen.
and the baker and his family.
I wish
more than anything,
more than gold. The time has come for a festival.
more than life.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than riches.
And the
I miss
ball.
my kingdom up in the sky.
More than anything.
But despite some minor inconveniences, they were all quite content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd ever find.
I never thought I could be so happy. Not an happy moment since.
We'd be this rich.
I never thought we'd have a baby. I never thought I could be so happy. Happy now, happy hands, happy ever after. We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you stay happy, we'll stay happy. Not one row, pots of pence.
With my cow.
Little gurgles.
Darling, I must go now.
We should really celebrate.
Where's the cheese ball?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them. I'm going to be a perfect wife. I'm going to be a perfect mother. I'm going to see that she is so happy. I never thought I'd love my life. I would settle for another. Then to become a wife. To become a child that fortune smiles. I'm so happy.
If only this cottage were a little larger.
I will expand our quarters in due time.
Why expand when we can simply move to another cottage?
No, we'll not move. This is my father's house, and now it'll be my son's.
You would raise your child alongside a witch?
Oh, why does he always cry when I hold him?
Baby's cry, he's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
He wants his mother. Here,
I can't take care of him all the time.
I'll care for him. When he's older.
We had to go through thick and thin. We had to lose a lot to win. I never thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so happy.
Oh my goodness.
Are you alright?
I think so.
And the baby?
Yes, he's fine. Are you all right?
You. Have you done this to our house?
Always thinking of yourself. Look at my garden. What of your garden? Look!
Destroyed.
What has happened? I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing. What could do such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake! My garden has been trampled. Those are footprints. Who could do such a thing? Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no hope.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear! Bears are sweet! Besides, you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet? A dragon? No scorch marks. Usually they're linked.
A manticore.
Imaginary.
Perfect.
Extinct!
Giant?
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant?
Maybe we should tell someone. Who are you going to tell?
The royal family, of course.
Oh! The royal family. I'm going to count on that family to snuff out a rat. With a giant, we'll all have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain. It's hard to outwit a giant. A giant's just like us, only bigger. much, much bigger. So big that we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot. Boom! Crunch! We are moving.
And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Look, Milky White, it's the butcher.
The baker.
The baker?
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was wrought upon our house today.
Jack has been home with me all day.
The baker went on to tell Jack and his mother that he feared there was a giant in the land.
I could recognize a giant's footstep. I can go to your house.
You'll do no such thing.
Any help at all will be great.
I'm sorry, but you'll get no help from us. Nobody cared when there was a giant in my backyard. I don't remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
A giant in your backyard is one thing. A crushed home is quite another.
Look, young man, giants never strike the same house twice. I wouldn't worry.
I'm taking the news of the castle nonetheless.
When the baker reached the castle, it was the princess who greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madam. This small man insists on seeing you.
Princess, I've come to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Where did you see a giant?
Well, I didn't exactly see it, but I was
Then
told.
how do you know there is a giant in the land?
Our house is destroyed, and there are footprints
That could
everywhere.
have been caused by any number of things. I will show you to the
Wait!
door.
A nearby household was visited by a giant not long ago, descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
That giant was slain. Now come along.
Wait! Please! We have a young child. Princess, our child was very hard to come by. His safety is of great importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take this news up with the prince when he returns. Thank you. I'm going off to sell the harp, Jack.
Mother, no!
Jack, listen to me. We don't want that harp around here while there's a giant on the loose.
But I know how to kill a giant.
Please, we've had our fill of giants.
But Mother, if there's any way
Enough! Promise me, son, you won't leave your surroundings.
But Mother, I'm a bad guy.
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. I want you to promise. Promise!
I promise.
What happened to your house?
We've had a baking accident.
Baking accident?
No use frightening the young thing.
Well, you can't frighten her.
Well, I suppose Granny will have to do without all the bread and sweets. Besides, I have all I can carry.
Why such a load?
Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. We had an accident too. I came home to find our house collapsed as if a big wind blew it in. And I couldn't find my mother anywhere.
Oh no.
So I salvaged what I could and now I'm off.
Oh, good friends! What news of you? What of Mother's grave? What kind of trouble? Oh no, I can't investigate. A princess isn't supposed to go into the woods on this morning. Good idea! I will disguise myself to go see what's wrong. Thank you, birds. We'll take you to Granny's.
What?
Well, we aren't going to let her go alone.
All right, all right. I will take you.
I don't need anyone to take me. I've gone many times before.
But not when there have been such winds blowing.
That's right, we'll all take you.
No.
I'm not about to stay here with the baby when I'm waiting for my return to this house, too.
I know Mother made me promise, but I'm going to find the giant anyway.
Into the woods, it's always
to find the giants.
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path was straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not too late, it's just another journey. Into the woods, but not too long, the skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay the giant.
Into the woods,
Heal the child,
Lead the winds.
to find the future.
to shield,
To slay,
to flee,
to find.
to fix, to hide,
To move.
To battle.
to see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel, what are you doing here? What's the matter?
Oh, nothing, Mother. You just locked me in a tower without company for all my life, then blinded my prince and banished me to a desert where I had little to eat and again no company, and then bore twins. Because of the way you treated me, I'll never be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother. Stay with me. There's a giant running about.
Good brother, what a surprise! Brother, how good to see you. What brings you here in the wood today? I'm investigating news of a giant. You? Investigating news of a giant? Ha! Even father wouldn't even do that. That is business for your steward. Or less. What brings you into the wood? My Rapunzel has run off. Run off? She's a changed woman. She has been subject to hysterical fits of crying and moods that don't so predict. I do not know what to do. Cinderella. She remains well. Does she? Now, brother, do tell what you're really doing here.
High in a tower, like yours was but higher, the beauty asleep. All round the tower, a thick of briar, 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration, no key. When the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket, hardly of glass. Now it's unbreakable. If I don't ask it, made in glass, just as unbreakable.
What a mistake!
Agony is the way always on. She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard. Agony,
Such that princess was sweet. Always enthroned, do anything almost, or something asleep. If it were not for the thicket of thickets, the trick isn't thick, it's the thickest, the quickest to pick it apart with a stick. Yes, but even one prick, it's my thing about blood.
well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarves.
More toward the very empty.
Not forgetting the task unachievable, mountains unscalable if it's conceivable, but unavailable. Agony, misery, not to know what you missed. While they lie here for years
And they cry all their fears.
what's unbearable bliss. Agony, like it cuts like a knife.
back to my world. Punch out! Let's be off. Godspeed to you, brother.
Godspeed.
And after hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell.
Perhaps you forgot the way.
The path is straight.
Was straight and there is no path.
Where's the stream? Where's the lily pond? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should turn back.
No,
We'll just have to find Granny's house without the path.
but Mother warned me to never stray from the path.
The path has strayed from you.
Wait, that looks familiar. See in the distance? 3 oak trees.
Yes, I recognize.
Who might that
It's the steward in the royal family. What brings you into the woods?
The castle's been set upon by a giant.
be? Oh no.
I warned you. Why didn't you do something?
I don't make the policy, I just enforce it.
And I warned you that you can't count on a royal family to solve your problems.
Maybe we should go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle?
Oh no.
What?
All that's left in my garden is a sack of beans. And there's not much left of your house either.
But I heard giants never strike the same house twice.
You heard wrong. There! The giant's a woman!
That size!
Where is the lad who killed my husband?
There's no lad here.
We haven't seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
We'll get him for you right away! Don't move!
It was you who destroyed our house, not a great wind. It's because of you I have no mother.
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter, then he stole our gold, our hen, and our harp. Then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoings.
We are not responsible for him. You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are dumb. Give me the boy.
We told you he's not here.
The girl is telling the truth.
I know he's there, and I'm going to wait right here until he's delivered to me. The giant, who was nearsighted, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as of which course of action to take.
Put a spell on her! I no longer have my powers. If I did, you think I'd be standing here with all of you? Now we'll have to give her someone. Steward, it's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not giving up my life for anyone.
Don't take it personally.
I'm waiting. You must understand, these were not people familiar with making choices. Their past experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me, but would you like a blind girl instead? How dare you? Put them out of their misery!
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a woman, fine. Then what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting. It is interesting to examine the moral issue in question here. The finality of stories such as these dictates Sorry, I tell the story. I'm not part of it.
That's right. Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
That's my role. You must understand there must always be someone on the outside.
You're going to be on the inside now.
You're making a big mistake.
Nonsense.
You need an objective observer to pass the story along.
Some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you'll never know how your story ends. You'll be lost.
Wait! He's the only one that knows the story.
Do you think it will be fun when you have to tell it yourselves? Think of your baby.
Wait, stop. He's right. Let him go. Put that away.
Now, that's better. You don't want to live in a world of chaos. There must always be an outside.
Here's the lab!
I'm not the lad!
This is not the lad.
Don't drop! Why did you push him into her arms?
You wanted to get rid of him too. We might have thought of something else. If it were up to you, a decision would never be made.
Now that he's gone, we'll never know what happens next.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No! Jack is just a boy. We had no food to eat, and he had to sell his beloved cow in exchange for magic beans. If anyone is to be punished, it should be the man who made that exchange.
That's right.
Nonsense.
He was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrongs.
We've suffered too. Do you think it was a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You're getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? Who has been flouncing through our kingdom?
Shh, be quiet.
I'll hide my son and you'll never find him.
Don't upset the giant!
You'll never find him.
I'm warning you.
And if you don't get back this instant, we'll get you for all that you've done.
Where is your son?
Ah!
Is that him?
No, this is not the boy. Stay here. No!
The boy is hiding in the steeple tower.
That's true, yes?
If he is not, I will return and find each and every one of you.
Rapunzel!
Stay away from me!
Don't step on!
Oh,
She's in poor condition!
wake up. Don't let them get Jack. We won't. Promise you won't let him be hurt as I lay here in death's door.
I'll do all that I can.
Promise. Promise!
All right. I promise.
No, come away from there. You killed her!
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
This is the world I meant. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls, as I could not? Now you know what's out there in the world. No one stays untainted by the world. Only I love you as you were. Only I was frightened less of her than them.
this. When will things ever return back to normal?
We must be gone if we are to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We are off to a hidden kingdom.
We can't take everyone.
Fools, there's nowhere to hide.
You'll never get there. We have to stay here and find our way out of this together.
Some people are cut out to battle giants, and others are not. I don't have the constitution, and as long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope a giant steps on them all.
You shouldn't say that.
You were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when are you so squeamish? How many wolves have you carved up?
A wolf's not the same.
Ask a wolf's mother.
Stop it!
I suggest we find that boy now and give her what she wants.
If we give the boy to the giant, she'll kill him
And
too.
if we don't, she'll kill half the kingdom.
One step at a time. Maybe if he apologizes, makes amends.
Yes, he'll return the stolen goods.
Yes.
He's really a sweet boy at heart. She'll see that.
You people are so blind. It's because of that boy that there's a giant in our land. When you continue talking about this problem, I'll find the lad. And I'll serve him to the giant for lunch.
Are we really gonna let her give the boy to the giant?
No.
I'll have to find him first.
I'll go with you.
No, you stay here with the baby.
No. You stay here.
You would leave our child with her?
The baby's asleep. They'll be fine.
But what if the giant were to return here?
The giant will not harm them, I know.
How do you know?
I know.
But what if the giant were to come?
But what if? But what if? Will only a giant's foot stop your arguing?
You will stay here with the baby. Please.
Do you two always argue like that?
No, not really.
Seems like you do.
And there's nothing wrong with having an argument.
Oh, I see.
Milky! Milky!
That's him. Jack! Jack!
Milky!
Stay here with the baby.
But I want to come.
No, it's safer here.
Don't go too far. Please.
I will only walk 100 paces. And if I don't find the boy, I'll come right back. 1, 2, 3. Jack! Jack! 81, 82, 83, 84. Hello, sir. Are you in search of the giant?
Yes.
Have you come upon the giant yet?
No.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
And what are you doing alone in the woods?
Well, I came with my husband. We were... Well, it's a long story.
He would let you roam alone in the woods?
Actually, it was my choice. I'm looking for the lad.
Your choice? How brave.
Brave.
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Wait, 1 moment. We can't do this. You have a princess.
Well, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Of course. I'm full
once again, please. Let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment. After all, seize the moment. Skies may fall any moment.
But this is not right!
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings let us meet the moment unblushed. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
Jack! Jack! 1, 2, 3, 4. What's wrong, man? May I give some service?
The tree is fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
Don't say that.
It's true, you wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't just stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm sure the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our land.
There's been no sign of a prince. No doubt he's off seducing some young maiden.
What?
Well, I understand that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You look just like the princess. Only dirty. You are the princess!
Oh no, get up! Get up! There's not a princess here.
Well then, what are you to do?
I must get back to the castle.
You haven't heard? We came upon the royal family. The castle has been set upon by the giant.
And the prince?
He was not with them. You must come with me. You shall be safe in our company.
I must leave you.
Why?
Giant.
The giant? I'd almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment shimmering and lovely and sad. Breathe the moment, just be glad for the moment that we had. Any moment is a moment when you're in the woods.
Now I must go off to slay the giant. That is what the next moment holds for me.
I will not forget you. How brave you are to be alone in the woods. And how alive.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not me seeming, what is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband, no one lives in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth, and a baker for bread, and a prince for whatever. Never it's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't just a trick of the
always, or is it never end? That's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. Oh, if life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And you get what you wish, only just for a moment. These are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment, though. Just remembering you had it, and when you're back to work, makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods. '85, '86, '87, '88. Oh, it's this thing. No, it had to be. No. No, it really, it had to be this way.
She should be back by now.
She said she would only go 100 paces. I'm sure she'll return.
No, I better look for her. In which direction did she go?
Ow! Look who I found. Please don't let her give me to the giant. It's not our fault the giant wants you. You're hurting
Let
me.
go of him. Leave him alone.
Where do you find this? Where is my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was sobbing over her like she was his own mother.
How awful.
How could this happen?
Buried her in the footprint.
What was I thinking? I should have just stayed with her.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead.
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. Now it's time to get this boy to the giant before we're all so much dead meat.
Let go of him.
No! This is no time to be soft-hearted. He's going to the giant and I'm taking him.
Yes, he's the one to blame. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
But it is my fault. I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade you with my cow for beans, and without those beans, there'd have been no stock to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait a minute, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to something which you told were they worthless beans, were they oversold? Oh, and those who persuaded you to steal that gold.
So it's your fault.
No.
So it's your fault.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's true. Wait a minute. Though I only stole the gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes.
No, it isn't. I've kept that bean, but our house was cursed. She needs to get the cow to get the curse reversed.
It's father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault.
So-
It was his fault.
No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute, though I chopped down the beanstalk right, that's clear, but without any beanstalk, then what's clear is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place,
Yeah, how?
well, you had the other bean.
The other bean.
The other bean.
Pocketed the other bean.
I did. Yes, I did.
So it's your fault.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's her fault.
No, it isn't.
Then it isn't.
Wait a minute. She exchanged that bean to obtain your shoes. And the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife held dear, but I never knew it, so I throw. Don't look here. It's your fault.
See, it's her fault.
But
It isn't mine at all.
What?
if you hadn't gone back up again, you were greedy to defeat that hen.
But I got from my mother.
So it's her fault then. Yes, and what about the harm in the third place?
Oh, yes.
She wouldn't dare me to.
I dared you to?
You dared me to. She said that I was saying that she dared
No,
me.
it didn't.
So it's your fault.
Wait a minute. You hadn't dared to.
Love the horrible life.
You hadn't dared to leave in the first place. she has it in the
But she
first
had
place.
it in the first
You
place.
wasted it in the first place.
It's your fault. You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
Last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom, swish. Told a little lie, stole a little gold, broke a little vow. Did you? Had to get your prince, had to get your cow, had to get your wish. Doesn't matter how, anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. Nothing but a vast midnight. Everybody's smashed flat. Nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We could always give her the boy. No, of course what really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine, if that's the thing you enjoy, placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy. No! No. You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world. I'm the hitch, I'm what no one believes. I'm the witch. You're all liars and thieves like his father. Like his son will be too, a wide father. You'll just do what you do. It's the last midnight. So goodbye, y'all. Coming at you fast. Midnight. Soon you'll see the sky fall. Here you wanna be. Have another bean. Beans are made for making you rich. Plan the mandate sword. Here you want some more. Listen to the roar. Giants by the score. Oh, well, you can blame another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last birth. Now for it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend the garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on all fours. All right, mother, when? Lost the beans again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch. Just away from this bunch in the gloom. And the doom. And the boom.
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giant.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path. Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes. Maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here!
But you said we were going to find our way out of this together.
It doesn't matter whether we're together or apart.
But we need your help.
You don't understand! My wife was the one who really helped. I depended on her for everything.
You would leave your child.
My child would be happier in the arms of a princess.
Wait! Right, come on, come on.
I thought you were dead.
Not quite. Are we ever?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you all this has happened.
I strayed in the garden to bring your mother a gift, and I foolishly took some of those beans for myself. But how was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when she died, I ran from my guilt. Now aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away? No more questions. Please. No more tests.
Comes the day you say, what for?
Please. No more. Disappoint, we disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
They disappoint in turn, I fear forgive, though they won't. No more riddles. No more jests.
No more curses you can't undo. Left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. No more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just
no more. Running away, let's do it. Free from the ties that bind. No more despair or burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? Have to take care, unless there's a where, you'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions, different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, we'll do it. Why sit around resigned? Trouble is done. The farther you run, the more you'll feel undefined. For what you have left undone, and more what you've left behind. Disappoint will leave a mess you die, but we don't.
forget though we won't.
Like father, like son.
No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses? Although wondering what's even worse is still in store. All the children, all the giants, no more.
Like he was going to.
Give me my son. Oh, he always cries when I hold him.
Now what are we to do?
We have to come up with a plan before the giant returns.
What?
We all have to think.
If there were only some way we could surprise her.
She's too tall to surprise.
Oh, good friends! I need your help now more than ever. What of the prince? He did what? With who? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giant. How can you help? You can do that? Oh, how can I ever thank you? Bye, birds.
You can talk to birds?
Oh, the birds will help.
How?
They'll peck out her eyes till she's blind.
Once she's blind, she'll stagger about.
She'll get angry.
And crush us all.
Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area smeared with pitch and her feet will stick and she won't be able to move.
And I will strike her from behind.
How are you going to strike her? And lure her where?
Yes, where?
A tower.
What tower?
Between those two trees, an old tower.
Yes, we'll send her to the tower.
All right, all right. We have to do something. Quick, it'll be dark soon.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Come on.
Now, don't cry, little one. I know you want your mother.
Hello.
The giant went in that direction.
My darling. I hardly recognized you. What are you doing in those old clothes? I was a child. You must return to the castle. There's a giant on the
The
loose.
giant has been to the castle.
Oh no. Are you okay? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe because I'm not your only love, am I?
I love you. But yes, it's true.
Why, if you loved me, would you have strayed?
I thought that if you were mine, I would never wish for more. And part of me is content and as happy as I've ever been. But there's a part of me that continually needs more.
I too, on occasion, would have wanted more. But that doesn't mean I went in search of it. If this is the kind of prince you are, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. I wasn't born king. I didn't ask to be. I'm not perfect. I'm only human.
I think you should go.
Leave. But I do love you.
Consider I've been lost. A victim of the giant.
Is that really what you wish?
My father's house was a nightmare. Your house was a dream. Now I want something in between. Please go.
I shall always love and leave your own way.
And I, the faraway prince.
They're almost finished. See? Over there? By those two towers? When the giant comes, we're to send her over there.
Good.
I wanted to climb the tower too.
No, I'm glad you're here to help me. What's wrong?
My granny's gone.
No, I'm so sorry.
I think my granny and my mother would be very upset with me.
Why?
They said to always make them proud, and here I am about to kill somebody.
Not somebody. A giant who has been doing harm.
But the giant's a person. Aren't we to show forgiveness? Mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances.
Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone.
I wish.
I know.
Until my mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack. Your mother is dead.
Dead? Was she killed by the giant?
She was arguing with the giant, trying to protect you, and was struck a deadly blow by the prince's steward.
Oh no, why would he do that?
He was afraid that she was provoking the giant.
Can anyone bring her back?
No one.
The steward will pay for this. When we slay the giant, I will slay him.
He will do nothing of the kind.
But he shouldn't have killed my mother, right?
I guess not.
Then he must die.
Well, no.
Why not?
Because that would be wrong.
What he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be. Somehow.
How?
I don't know. Stop asking me questions. I can't answer.
I'm going to kill him.
Then kill him. No. Don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear now.
Right things.
Fear you've lost your way.
You decide, but
You
you
are
are
not
not
alone.
alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone. Believe me. You move just a finger. Say the slightest word. Something's bound to linger.
Be heard.
No one is alone. Careful, no one is alone.
People make mistakes.
Fathers,
Mothers, people make mistakes. Holding it to their own. Thinking that they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember.
just remember someone is on your side.
Our side, someone else is not.
While we're singing our side, maybe we forgot they are not alone. No one is alone.
Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now.
boy?
We don't know. Yes, we do. We can't go on hiding him any longer. He must pay the price for his wrongs.
Quick, tell me where he is.
Over there. See that tower where the birds are clustered? Jack is in there hiding.
Thank you. Now justice will be served, and I shall leave your kingdom.
Every knot was one street.
The heart to wait, the legs to hide.
When going to hide, you know how to get there.
And how to get back.
And eat first.
Now we all can return home. And let us hope that there'll be no more killing.
But where am I to go? I have no one to take care of me.
You'll have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not. I'll take care of him.
You will?
Yes. I'll be your mother now.
I don't want another mother. I want a friend. And a pet.
Of course, we'll have nowhere to go, so we'll move in with you.
Oh, no.
It'll be fun.
My house is a shambles, and there's hardly even room for me and my own child. Of course you can come home with us.
Then you shall come with us too.
You'll not return to the castle?
I'll gladly help with your house. There are times I actually do enjoy cleaning. How proud your wife would have been of you.
How sad it is that my son will never get to know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that, of course you were meant to have children.
But how will I go about being a father if no one to mother my child?
Just calm the child.
Is calm the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother. He'll know what to do.
Alone?
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it leave you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the road. Things will be alright now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom,
Careful the things you
a
say.
young maiden,
Children will listen.
a sad young lad,
Careful the things
child was
children
baby
will see.
with his wife.